Alright, what's good everybody? It's your boy Akeem here to give you a scout report on Malachi Dupre, the wide receiver coming out of LSU. I think this is a pretty talented wide receiver hailing from New Orleans, Louisiana, decided to stay in state. I think this is a pretty good talent. Now I know the numbers aren't huge, but he did have a decent career, particularly due to the fact that this was a run-heavy offense led by running back Leonard Fournette over the course of the last 2 seasons. Now, in 2015 is when he was actually kind of emerging, and I had high hopes for 2016. He had 698 yards receiving 2015 with 6 scores. Numbers were not as great, but he had 593 yards receiving and 3 scores this past season. But I still think he's a pretty good player for everybody to look at this season. Now, time to talk about his strengths and weaknesses. The one thing I do like about him, he shows solid hands. He had some great one-handed receptions during the course of his career. So that shows that his ability to get to the football. And we've actually been seeing some good receivers coming out of LSU, like Odell Beckham Jr., Pro Bowler, as well as fellow Pro Bowler in Jarvis Landry for the Miami Dolphins. And some people think that this could be the same for Dupre. And he definitely gets upfield pretty well when he's given the opportunity, and when he's led in his route, he shows the ability to maximize his yardage after the catch, which is the same quality that both Odell Beckham Jr. has and Jarvis Landry. And another thing that I do like about him is he is a run supporter. He's a good run blocker in the run game. As I mentioned earlier, that LSU was a run-heavy offensive team, and he's fairly reliable when used to seal off corners and can come down and crack down blocks to seal the edge. It shows that he's a good team player. Now, he does have some weaknesses, though. First and foremost, he sometimes has a hard time struggling off of press coverage, and he needs to learn to use his hand to press himself instead of running laterally. He needs to use his hand just to push himself off, not commit a pass interference play, but use his hand just to swipe it off a little bit quicker, stronger, and better. And he does lack the suddenness to make to do what it takes to make himself use his full speed. He doesn't really have good sudden shifting movements. He needs to work on that as well. But he does have the height at 6'4", and it shows that he has the ability to be a good jump ball threat, especially in red zone situations. This is just a couple more things that he does need to work on. Sometimes with his foot movements and to create separation, he sometimes has wasted foot movement that I do not like about him, but he just needs to work on that a little bit more. And you can see some of his coverage, games, particularly against the Alabama game, in which he had a hard time, and because he was using too much footwork against Alabama, he had a hard time with his breaks. That's one particular game that I think you guys need to look at. Now, overall, for my evaluation, I actually project him as a 3rd-round pick for this year's draft, at worst a 4th-round pick. Now, the next time I'm going to catch you guys will be in just a couple minutes. I have 3 more blogs for today. Thank you for watching this blog. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.